I'm going to show you a powerful indicator in the Bitcoin chart, which is going to blow you away. It can sure as hell show you what's to come with the price in the Bitcoin charts, or in the Bitcoin price. Welcome back to Crypto Gains for another video. Guys, take a look at what I'm talking about. If you don't know about it, you're sure as hell going to learn about it. As I say, soon learn about it. This is the this is the Pi cycle bottom indicator. I'm going to explain to you what this does. This basically looks for the bottom of the Bitcoin's price, and so far in the past it's been accurate, and I'm going to share this chart with you. But before I go there, I want to show you something else that I did about 1 year ago, talking about a similar indicator called the Pi cycle top, because that also called the top of the cycles. So need to let you know, this is not financial advice. Do your further research before you invest your money. This video here, 1 year ago, Pi cycle top. I said, did the bull market cycle just top out, or did it just get confirmed? Time to sell. Now I'm gonna play this video to you. It was done a year ago, and I just, I was basically showing you the Pi cycle in this and showing you what happens when it, prints the top of the market. Basically similar to this one here, real quick. Let me just show you. When it usually prints the bottom of the market, it's when the purple line crosses with the blue line. Once you see that cross, that's when it indicates the bottom. You can see this little line down here that confirms that that's the bottom of the cycle. This was back in 2014, 2015's, cycle. So we had the massive rise up and then it fell down, bear cycle, bang. They classed this as the bottom, and you can see with the price action down here, it hit, this was confirmed as a bottom because of this crossing. We have two crosses, but I'm going to explain it in a second. But let's quickly go back to this video and have a listen to what I was saying. Check this out.
That's what I think we should be waiting for. Now, again, this is not investment advice. If you want to take this as a chance to be taking profits, you're welcome to, because this is what it's printing. But again, I have to look at all indicators.
Okay, so from the looks of things, I was trying to look for like a more like sharp up to the point, like, over exhausted, like just like a what do you call it, a parabolic topping. So, even though this was printing the top, I was hoping that it would have came out and been more like just like sharp and like really parabolic to the upside, but we didn't get that. We had more of a rounded out of sort of like a rounded bull cycle top, which means big money was contradicting us. They were playing the market like a savage and buying and selling in different ways to curve the market so it wasn't like a parabolic top, kind of hiding the top from everybody that what we were looking for. But you can see in this video, at the time of recording that, around about here was about, because this was the first massive rise up that we had, which was about $60,000, $61,000. And had you taken profits there, you would have made some good profits. Let me just quickly come to the charts of where we are today, because even though, and just quickly bring this to where we are today, even though I was saying it in this video here about $61,000, okay, $9,000 off the actual, which people seem to think was the top, right? And the reason they think that is because it went higher in price. But when you look at like on-chain analysis and on-chain data, everything to do with the top speaks here, in this part here. And if I switch this to the monthly time frame real quick, you can see on the RSIs every time where the top of the markets have been, because you can see the RSI is extremely oversold in these areas right here, and that's what marks with where we were here, right? So that 61,000 or 60 whatever it was thousand could have been a good time to seriously consider taking the profits. That's where it marked the top for Bitcoin on the Pi cycle top. This is the Pi cycle bottom now, and I'm going to explain it, but I just wanted to show you here how every time we've seen these market conditions on the RSI really peaked out, this sort of like parabolic blow off top here and here, it measures up to what we saw, right here when the Pi cycle top came in. So what are we looking for now? Essentially, we are looking for, is the bottom in? Have we seen the bottom? What's going to happen with prices going forward? No matter what time frame I put this on, it seems to show a similar outcome for the Pi cycle bottom. But I'm just going to switch it to the daily time frame so we can get a more cleaner look at everything. So let's just go back to 2013, 2014's top right here. So we had the massive rise up in price. I'm going to take the RSI off. We don't need it, or the RSIs. You can see here we had quickly get rid of this little thing. Massive blow off top. We've come down, and you can see here this purple line, and again we're going to focus on this, crossed with this blue line, which represented the pi cycle bottom, was trying to say that it was the bottom of the cycle. Now we saw a drop here, and funny enough, actually, if you look at these prices, you see what the orange line come down. We've got a bottom here, but if you look later on in time, we saw a second bottom, similar to what's been going on with the market space right now, right? You know, like if you think about the tops, we saw a top and then we saw a second top. So what we've been experiencing is double tops and double bottoms in my eyes. So this would have been the first entry point that we've seen. Now there's always 2 points. There's an entry point and an exit point. And that's what this smiley and the sad face represents. The sad face is the entry point. It's entering into this massive crash. Everyone's sad and angry and annoyed because it's, you know, we're coming right down. But this also calls that, you know, maybe we could be in a bottom now. And, you know, there's that, and then there's looking forward to the exit. Because once this purple line crosses with this blue line again, that's it. We are on fireworks. Prices are about to go on an absolute insane run, and we're going to see prices just explode. And that is basically what we saw here. So once we saw this final cross here, prices exploded through the purple line, and we just went absolutely parabolic. Let's take a look at the next cycle, 2017, 2018, because if you look, these lines never ever crossed again. The only time that these lines crossed is when it reached towards the pi cycle, which at the bottom, the market bottom. So I'm reading here, the pi cycle bottom. When we saw the pi cycle, when we saw the market bottom, the pi cycle called the bottom down here, right? And again, there's only 2 entries. There's one entry in, which is what we see here, and then there's one entry out, which I can probably move it just a slightly bit across, which is here. Didn't even move, did it? Where the purple line comes above this blue line, and that's when fireworks happen, because since then, that purple line and blue line crossing, we never saw the purple line and blue line cross again, and all the way through that, we just saw the market rally go crazy. So we had a bottom here, we came up, we did break this purple line, but look, even if we came down for the second bottom here, which technically could have been classed as a second double bottom, we stayed above this blue line. You know, candles came straight back above, which was the C19 action. And look, we never ever crossed. The blue and purple line never ever crossed until where we are today. So look, moving it forward now, this is what they were classing as the first, as the bottom. The pi cycle flashed the bottom right back here, but we know now that this was not the bottom. Similar to like what it's done in the past. You know, we've seen it flash the bottom. Well, that one was quite accurate. This one here flashed it here, but then there was a second bottom as time went on. Actually, matter of fact, let's just quickly have a look at how long this was for. How long was it? Did it take until the first cross going in and then coming out of this whole bear period? So from here to here, it exited here about 264 days. You can see it here, 264 days. That's how long it was down here for. Now, you can look at that one or two ways. You can look at it as, oh, we're going to be here forever, 264 days, almost a year. Or you can look at it that you got 264 days to buy as much crypto as you can possibly buy before this thing absolutely explodes again into another bull cycle. And that's how I like to look at it. So look at this, look. If we measure this, when it entered here, this was the cross. So from here, the cross, all the way till it exited, the cross here, was about 146 days. This one was short-lived in 2018 because, you know, I don't know why it just happened, but yeah. And then if you go forward, where are we now today? The cross was here. How long have we been down here for? The longest we've seen so far was 260 something days, 64, 69. Right now, we have been down here for 173 days. 173. I just want to measure the first one again because I can't remember it. 173. How long was we down here for with this one? So from here, this entry point here to here, 264. Is it possible that we could be down here for about 264 days? If so, where would this put us? So from here, 264 days puts us about here, where I've measured up this green smiley face here. So is it possible that this could be when we see this purple line, you know, curve around and start to cross with the blue? If that's the case, where is it putting us? We're talking maybe about April April of 2023. That's 4 months away. Within 4 months, we could potentially see the prices break this start to come up, just like what we saw here. Look, break the purple line, break the blue line, and start seeing a rally. Just like what it did here. Look, it breaks the purple line, breaks the blue line, and then we start seeing a rally. I wonder if once it breaks this purple line, if it will hold it like support like it did here. You see, we see support, boom, it just bounces off it, boom, it just keeps bouncing off it, boom, 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 just bounces, boom, boom, if it just keeps bouncing off it, because if it does, you know, it's a similar thing here, oh, okay, we had the C19, the black swan event, but look, boom, 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 no more booms, if it keeps bouncing off it, that's a good sign that we're going to be bullish for a long time. So this is what I'm waiting for now. I'm waiting for the cross for this pi cycle to sort of come up above this blue line, see price action come above both lines and see it hold support on this purple line, just like what it did in the past. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. If you liked this, please drop that like, give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Thank you for watching. And yeah, if you don't want to miss this stuff, become a patron. I am sure as hell going to let my patrons know exactly when I am taking profits, because I'm going to be keeping an eye on that pi cycle top. Because when that top of the market comes, I'm selling all my crypto. And I'm going to sit back and wait with my multiple millions more. Sit back and wait to buy in super cheap again, just by following these simple indicators. If you don't want to miss it, you can follow me whilst I do this, because I'm going to be sharing it. I'm going to be taking screenshots, just like I did in the last cycle, screenshots of when it's close to the cycle top, when it flashes at the top, that's when I'm taking the profits. Don't want to miss it, become Patreon. Link is in my info section. Click it, come over here, have some fun with me, showing you great projects, showing you great things that I'm trying out and doing. And if you don't want to miss it, get involved. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.